Hey everybody, it's Dr. V. Oh my gosh, I was trying to do this video earlier in a private reading and it was a disaster. So, um, yeah, I've had a personal tragedy this week that I've been dealing with, and so I've been a little bit off. My energy's been a little bit off, but I'm feeling more solid today. Everything is fine. My family's fine. I just had a unexpected loss of a friend that I've been navigating through those energies. So I'm going to do a different reading today that I have not done before, but it's one that I'm excited to do. And this one is the Do I Ever Cross Your Mind reading. So this is about your divine counterpart. This is for those of you that are in separation or who have sporadic communication, or your communication is not great. So if that's for your energy, if that's where you are in your connection, then this is specifically for you. So I'm going to start out with the John Holland Psychic Tarot of the Heart, and we're going to ask the very first question, which is, do they miss you? So Spirit, some messages for this collective energy for the twins on this journey, asking, do I ever cross your mind? So the first question is, do they miss me? First card is Release. That's the Tower in the traditional tarot. The Lover's card. And Seek. Yes. So those energies right there are pretty clear. They are in the midst of a tower moment. Okay, so something has happened that is causing them to, things have fallen apart, things are falling apart, whether that's in their material life, in their world, internally. But yes, things are happening and they're releasing, they're letting things go. They are recognizing, they have recognized that they really want this love. So this card to me says very much that they are taking some time to reflect and to look at their relationship choices. Of course, the Lover's card is always, can always suggest needing to make a choice. Okay, but what I'm getting from this is that they are really in a space of questioning their choices. That they're like, man, like I had this wonderful person who loved me, who was like, down for me, all about me, and I made these, stupid choices. Maybe I chose a karmic, maybe I just let my ego lead, and now that person is not here, or we're not in communication. Maybe he or she doesn't want me back. I miss them, I love them. And now it's really leading to this, where things are starting to really fall apart. And what's driving them to, this is the Hermit card in the traditional tarot, it's driving them to a space of really seeking. So if you see this person is meditating, they're going within, they're trying to understand, they're getting introspective, because they recognize that they have lost sight of what is really important. So the question, do they miss you? Yeah. Yes, they absolutely do. But that's what's interesting, is that, we talk about this a lot in this community, is that we have to let people go through their own journey so they can figure out what it is that they want. It's like, as the separation, as this disconnect has happened, it's really triggered this tower moment, this release, where they're starting to question and go within, because they're like, what did I do? The next question is there something that they want you to know? Is there something that the divine counterpart, it's probably the runner in this case, want you to know? Just breathe. That's the first thing they want you to know. Just breathe. Would I take that as just being patient? Dang it, I got these cards backwards again. Sorry, I'm going to have to clarify. Because this one, I said it's the Tower, but it's not the Tower. I'm sorry, I'm still learning this deck, okay? So this is the death. This is the death card. They are in a transformation phase. So please forgive me because I'm still learning this deck and I just got these two mixed up. So anyway, this is the death. They're in this transformation phase. They're going through transformations because they realize that they have, you know, that things need to die in order to be reborn. So, and then what they want you to know is this rebuild. This is the Tower card. They're in this rebuild phase because as things are shifting and falling apart, they are in this space of, they want you to know that they're rebuilding. So things have, whether or not you know in the physical or material world, there has been some transformation. There's been some things that have shifted, things that have transpired, some new awarenesses perhaps in the seeking space, and they're in the process of rebuilding. They want you to know that. They want you to just breathe, be patient, you know, really being conscious and not getting too upset about things. The other thing they want you to know is that they're really working towards success and growth. That's really what they want. They want this relationship to be successful. They want it to grow. They want things to improve. And in order to do that, they know that they're having to do this work and really go in and go within. So they want you to know that that's where they're headed. They're headed towards success and growth. They're really trying to move things forward. Coming back to you because they do miss you. It's like that love card. That's the first one that came up. I mean, or was it the first or second card that came up? That's like, that clearly says that yes, they absolutely, they miss you and they're doing their stuff. They're on their own journey to come back together. So what's holding them back? They're healing. Okay, so they're still in the healing process. So if they haven't come forward to you with an offer yet, it's because they're still healing. And this card, this is the Devil in the original tarot. Look at this guy. His heart is chained. I mean, it's caged. This is, they're trying to move through these limiting beliefs. But with this Healing Begins card, any self-sabotage, so this can be codependence, addictions, things like that, this is what they're dealing with. This is what's blocking them, but they're in the process of healing, okay? It's starting. They may not be fully in the process, but it's beginning. So what I'm really getting as I read all these cards together is that that there's been, you know, some death energies, some transformation energies because things were falling apart, and now it's leading to the healing. So it's all working out actually very beautifully. It's really coming together very beautifully. And this card, the next one, is what's stopping it is control. That's the Strength card in the original tarot. It's that they're basically they haven't stepped into their own strength. They have not mastered their own energies. They are still dealing with emotional neediness, insecurity, ego issues. That's the energy. That's what's blocking them. And so they may still be in a karmic situation that they're dealing with because they have not stepped into their power. They haven't taken back their own control of their own life. They're allowing themselves to be manipulated. They're participating in lower level vibrations. That is sort of what's going on. So this is where what they're needing to do is, and this is why it's in the block space, is step into their strength, step into their power. You know, not in a, you know, violent or fierce way, but just stepping up and stepping into their divinity. But that's what's blocking them. That's what's holding them back, is they're not in that energy right now. So let me move these cards out of the way and jump a little bit deeper into the next question, which is, do they want to reunite? Do they want to come back together? They're awaiting results. That's the first card. They want joy and stability. And they want to, what I get from this is the Moon card in the original tarot, and the Moon is about things being secretive, things being hidden, and this literally is like they want to confront the issues that have kept them from you, and they want to come back, but they know that they can't, like, So this awaiting results in joy and stability, what I'm really getting from this is that they do want to come back. They do want to reunite. They want that joy and stability, but they understand that as long as there's secrets and things hidden and that they haven't confronted, that it's not going to work out. It's not going to, they're not ready to come back yet. So they do want to come back, but they're just not quite prepared. So I'm going to pull some cards from the Romance Angels on this. Do they want to reunite, Spirit? Do the counterparts of those watching this video want to reunite? Love yourself first. Oh, baby, you should go and love yourself. Separation. Yes, reconciliation. I totally got that. Yes, they want this separation to come to an end. They want that to be over. They definitely want to reunite. They want this. Look at you guys. It's beautiful. Reconciliation. They want to come back. Definitely. They definitely want to come back and reconcile and reunite with you. So what are their fears and their regrets? Spirit. Base chakra. They don't feel safe in the world quite yet. They don't feel like they have the comfort. Oh my gosh, fears and regrets, reaching out. They're afraid to reach out. They're afraid of what's going to happen if they reach out to you. And the move card. Okay. This is the Chariot card in the original tarot. This is really coming together beautifully. Yes, they absolutely want to reunite. But they're afraid. They're afraid to reach out. They're afraid of, like, if they reach out to you, that you might reject them. Okay? They're afraid to ask for help. They're afraid to, like, reach out to you and acknowledge the shit that they've done or the things that are holding them back. They feel like they're kind of isolated and alone in this, okay? And they're not feeling, as you know, the base chakra is really about feeling safe in the world. It's about feeling a sense of belonging. It's feeling like you belong here, like you have the ability to, it's a material concerns. It's about, can I stand on my own 2 feet? Am I safe? Survival. So their fears are, what I'm getting is that there's this fundamental sense of fear in their chakras, like it's in their unconscious body, around safety and stability in the world. And that's one of their fears, is like if they were to come towards you and make a big shift in their life, that it would alter their fundamental sense of safety. And that's something that they're afraid of. And so this, the reaching out card is about, what the energy that comes through very clearly is that they are just really afraid that if they reach out to you, that you're going to reject them, that it's not going to work out, that it's going to be like, if they take this chance and, like, move towards you and and reach out, and that you're going to be like, no, dude, I'm over it, or, I'm not interested. Yeah, that's just what they're afraid. That's the fear. They're afraid of even reaching out in terms of, like, setting goals and reaching for the stars. Like they're comfortable. They may not be happy where they are, but they're comfortable where they are because it's familiar. Reaching beyond their comfort zone and pushing themselves is something that's really scary for them. And they're also afraid to move. They're also afraid to take this this forward motion. Okay, they're afraid to take control of their life. They're afraid to step into that strength and power and control energy and take control of their life because they've never done. Many of them might not have done it before, and it feels scary because it's unfamiliar. So they're literally, like, paralyzed, what I'm getting in this energy around taking steps forward, because they're just so afraid of the consequences. Like, if I take these steps forward, what are the possibilities? How, what are the consequences? Am I willing to risk that? I know a lot of people that have, like, karmic situations with children involved. A lot of the themes are like, well, what happens to my kids if I end this karmic relationship? And so that's literally what is happening, is that they want this, they want the joy and stability, they want the love, but they're terrified of the consequences. So I'm going to pull some additional cards on the fears and regrets from the Angel Love deck, just to get a little bit more clarity. Trust and faith. They're having difficulties being in trust and faith about this connection. Immersion. Okay, so immersion is like about, I mean, really kind of about surrendering and just going with the flow, letting yourself be, I mean, literally like being baptized. Okay, so they're really struggling with that, with letting go and going with the flow and letting themselves, you know, like when I see how I feel about this card's energy is about, like, they feel like if they surrender, that they're going to drown and go under, and so they're really afraid of that. And they're afraid of this realization. Okay, so it's like realization to me is about coming into awareness and bringing something. So there's two types of realization. The first one is coming into awareness, like when you realize something, and then there's bringing something to pass in the material world, like, you know, making it real. And that's a fear for them. You know, and also a regret. They regret that they didn't do it, that they haven't done it, but they're also afraid, again, because of the consequences that they might face if they do. So I'm going to move these cards aside, and I want to pull some messages from the Lover's Oracle. Really just some final messages around where they are, what they want you to know. Okay, basically, like we know now that they do definitely, for those of you that are listening to this and this reading resonates, they definitely want to reunite. They definitely want to come back. They're paralyzed in fear. They're not maybe taking any steps right now toward that, but that is definitely what they want, what their soul wants. So what are some messages, Spirit? What are some messages that the, we'll call them the runner twin, would like the chaser twin to know? What are some messages, Spirit, from the Lover's Oracle? The first card is, I don't know what this is. It's beautiful, but transformation. Oh my gosh, your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. That is so beautiful. So that is perfect in alignment with the Tower and the Death card that were earlier. The next card that we pulled is the Twin Flame card. Oh my gosh. They want you to know that you are their twin flame. They may not know it in the physical. They may not have that conscious awareness yet, but in their spirit, their higher self, they know. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so beautiful. And the final message, it's like Brad Pitt with wings. Sorry. Don't make decisions based on guilt and what you think you should do. For it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Okay, that is so gorgeous. That's where they are. That's what they're working through right now. Like I was saying earlier, for a lot of them that have like karmic situations and kids and other obligations, that they feel a lot of guilt, but they're moving through that energy right now. They're really, their higher self is letting you know that they are moving through those energies. They're working to get out of guilt. They're working to get out of those prisons, those mental prisons, those spiritual prisons that they're in order to come back, because they freaking recognize that you're their twin flame and that you bring them, like your presence in their life has been such a catalyst for transformation. It's like, what I'm getting right now is that the runners are recognizing like how, yeah, it's been difficult. Yeah, it's not easy because, you know, you call them on their shit and you don't put up with their, what, you know, there's the triggers and all of those things that both parties go through. But they're recognizing like that they have been transformed. Their life is better. They feel better. They're doing better. Like things are successful. Things have been more successful since you've been a part of their life, and they're really working to get out of this guilt space and this obligation space so that they can come back to you in a more authentic, engaging manner. So that's this reading for this. This is the first time that I've done this on my channel, so I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that it brought you a lot of insight and awareness. I do offer this reading privately if you want it. You can shoot me an email and we can book something for that. I think it's $33.33 to book that reading. Right now my scheduling is about you know, 24 hours. And so you get your readings pretty quickly. Also, if you want to reach out to me on Instant Go, you can do that for a quick question. There are other readings that are listed in the description box, but I just really wanted to say thank you to everybody for all of your likes and subscriptions and your comments, and all of the love that this community brings together and the love that we spread. So again, thank you so much for being here. I look forward to hearing your feedback on this reading. Let me know if it resonates, and don't forget to reach out if you want to schedule a private reading. Talk with you all soon. Bye.